So how many people do you have to see suffering and miserable and unhappy, right? But they want to say, we're family. You're nuts. Every time you try to grow and break away, right? Then they shun you, right? You can start to piece it together and then you break away. But you don't got to wait until 40 or 50 years old, all right? It's whenever you stop being scared, you want to zoom the fuck out, check your ego, start climbing the mountain with people, all right? You're going to have very few people that it's ever going to happen with, all right? It's 3 to 5 people. Nobody's your fucking friend. Nobody wants high maintenance shit, all right? They want to be able to have their back to you and know you're a solid fucking anchor, all right? That's what they want. As a child with biological consequence that would predict the fucking future, right? How come as a kid, up until 5th grade, you're taught to be a scientist, an explorer, right? All of these things. Start talking that way. Start talking that fucking way after you graduate high school. Start talking that way in high school. See how it goes, right? Right? Or did somebody have to say, hold the fuck on? Time will show you're right. Time is on your side. If you stand up for right versus wrong, if on the inside of you and what comes out is consistent, time is your best friend. Everybody can fuck off. To foster an environment of courage and authenticity for people to actually be who they are. There's not one animal in the world that thinks a parroting human is a parrot, right? So humans are fucking very, very sheepable, shall we call it, all right? They lack the ability to stand up when their gut fucking told them what to do, right? And they don't have their inner voice, and they can't get it out, and they waited too long, okay? And caregiver void kicks in, and now when your gut told you to do some fucking shit, and you waited past 5 seconds, what happened? All right? The reptilian part of your brain is never scared of being isolated. That's your gut. Check, go, fuck these people, fuck them, right? After 5 seconds, right, the mammal part of your brain kicks in and says, do not be alone. If you leave the herd, oh my God, this will be bad. All right? So I'll help you out with something here. Understanding energy management of social tiering and dealing with motherfuckers in public will lead you to a great deal of energy management for your fucking cognitive space, right? Which can also now launch you into the ability to operate in flow. That is the new drug you can have between 2 people, if that's something that somebody longs for, all right? You can have the same existence and high of a drug with self-discovery off of yourself, all right? By it's different transfer of energy, okay? But you're undoing the family tree. You're undoing everything you thought you ever were. It is very euphoric, okay, to chase your fears. Okay, all you've done in that process was re-cement the bullshit narrative in your fucking head that has been there your whole fucking life. So people pay a lot of money for motivation, inspiration, all this fucking shit, right? And you'll go away. They just hope they can last a little longer, the drug, right? The half-life. Get back to their regular life to be productive, all right? At the end of the day, dude, do not get it twisted or fuck it up, all right? And don't think that you can do something for a little bit and it's going to just change. All right. You're going to start to get some relief. All right. The pressure will start to come off and it'll build up again. All right. But the golden rule, shut the fuck up for 90 days. That's what it is. All right. So I don't care if it's going to be a diet. I don't care if it's I'm going to clean up my life from this, from that. I don't give a fuck what it is, dude. Go ahead. The odds are the same. All right. It's less than fucking 3% of people can handle. Right. Extreme lifestyle overhaul without rigid discipline, support, and a network around them. Go ahead. All right. And fine. You don't have to create. We got to strip away the fucking clothes. All right. Your authentic self is to stop doing the things that hold you back. Right. Period. Go do the normie shit. Go do the 9 to 5. Go find a job that's good enough for you. Have your boss fire you and be fucking butthurt. Or grab the bull by the fucking horns and control every goddamn fucking interaction you have. You interview the company for you because you develop your personal brand of authenticity, your inner voice. That the intent is there, but it's not true. It doesn't have to be that way for you and for the situation. And then there happens to be money involved and it's a system and all this other maybe conflict of interest. I don't fucking know. right? So at some point, if you always have to look around, you go to the doctor, you want to talk to him, you want to tell him what is happening, right? Well, okay, that's great. But are you really telling him what's happening? Probably not. Maybe, just maybe, I should start doing the work on the fucking inside. Set assertive boundaries in your fucking life with the fuck around and find out intensity, and it will become everybody's idea to not fuck with you. You walking into the room will rewire the energy in that frame of reality of the setting, right? Now, let me ask you something. If you could operate in a certain way that you could see the social matrix, you knew how to manage the energy, right, with people and in your brain. You knew how to not even give a fuck about anything would hold you back, and you could jump into action. You're going to find out the truth in the room. So a lot of those people are going to get really uneasy and weird. Some of them will have to leave. Some of them will convert and change, and others will have courage to be themselves by seeing that example of an anchor that doesn't play scared. So survival mode as a kid, energy out, authenticity stored in your back pocket, right? Toxic shame now starts to brew. Why? We lost our voice, right? I'm going to go back and suffer. When I handle shit live, it's not popular to people that don't want to be exposed or have problems with something, right? But there's a lot of people that feel very comfortable with it because they say, finally somebody will speak the fucking truth. Finally. Watch something happen in public now that you're wrapping your mind around it, and don't stand up for it. Sit there and look around and say, well, no one else is doing it, and sit there and tell me how the fuck you think at night when you go to bed. So neurological architecture, all right, and information theory, all right, it's not about self-help, all right, this is rewiring fucking you. Why would you have social anxiety? Perfect. Get the fuck away from me. I'm glad it was your idea. It was already mine before coming in. All right? Now I can filter in who is worth my fucking time. So if 100% of motherfuckers, I'm down to 20%. Is it easier to sift through this for the golden nuggets I'm going to rock and roll with? Okay. You don't have to see the matrix yourself initially. Holy fuck, dude. All right? Pattern recognition is then training you what to recognize. You're psychic. Jumping into action, all right? Meaning, I need to jump into action to stand up against something where my inner voice says, you're scared, don't do it, blah, 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 whatever the fucking chains that are holding you back, right? Cool. Do it the first time. It's going to feel really fucking ugly. Oh, is that a fluke? No, I did it a second time. Okay. Now, third time. Holy shit, I'm getting better. Fourth, fifth time. I am getting good at this. Concrete achievables of momentum, right? Of doing something that you were scared of that you never did before. Rewires your fucking brain. It creates a new personality of you. How could it not? Now imagine if that little kid was programmed from his fucking mother. You can't go on a roller coaster, son. I heard someone can fly to the clouds and die. Little kid goes, oh my God, I can never ride on a coaster. Oh my God, I'm going to die. You're nuts. Everybody will laugh. Don't try it. Blah, 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 blah. The flow state individual, right? And I would have thought that they would have said, this guy is fucking the biggest asshole I ever met. Right? And why would I say it? Because I always keep it fucking real. There's always social friction. 0 fucks to the top. That's what life is. Fuck everybody. All right? And if someone owns the company, guess what they want you to do? Have that mentality so they get more money. It's fucking gone. Like everything else in life, when you get an opportunity, you better get on the train. You better get to the launch pad. You better hang the fuck on. Right? Just like a child playing. Same thing, right? But as adults, people lose that. But you were born with the ability to be in flow. Ask yourself, why are you in stress all the time? It will keep the wolves at bay from you. You're liberating freedom. You don't realize how sick you are until you can get unsick. You don't realize how fucked up your foot is until it starts to feel better. You don't realize when the noise is gone in your fucking head until the signal comes out. And that's what the old version of you wants. It wants you to tuck it away and go back to the more convenient version of yourself. The less intense one, you know? The not so direct. Let's not talk about the objective truth. Like, not that one, right? Deep flow is where the real magic happens, all right? That's where your soul comes out. I don't care what you do. Music, art, gardening, anything, okay? Inside of you and the outside of you and the environment, it is seamlessly happening. Okay, what the narrative that people want to twist about it, go ahead. That's a them problem. I give 0 fucks about it. All right. And the birth of sovereignty is that way. How come if you went to a college lecture and they sit down and it's dry and it's this, or you go ask them, why does none of that stuff work? But when your gut checks you and you have a transmission of energy, right, it can be undone. That's the beautiful thing. Communication, or is it? The mechanical reality, okay? Lightning in a bottle, all right? If you're going to move past the vibe and into the biophysical signaling, okay? They just kind of felt like an alien and they're the only ones and no one wants to talk about it because they don't want to be an outcast. Holy fuck, right? What goes on, their neurons, that picks up on this high certainty signal. It's high certainty. That's what's happening, right? It's unwavering, right? That's free as a fucking bird. All the other humans are stuck on the fucking ground. I think that's the best fucking shit you could do for any human being. And it wasn't in your family tree. And it's not around you, all right? If we're talking and you're listening, guess what? It hasn't been so clear, right? They don't have to learn how to flow, all right? Right? Because the only reason why, okay, move out of the house and go get close with your wife's family. Let me know what your mom thinks of you. Be a female. Move out with your husband. Oh my God, leave your family behind. Let me know what your mama thinks of you, right? Well, if you left the fucking area anyway, it's probably a sign in your gut. Sorry, last thing will be this one. Down regulation of your prefrontal cortex, all right? Of the part of the brain. The CEO, it's ruled your life so much before, right? So paralyzing, felt so permanent, right? But like a fart in a fucking windstorm, boo, can't catch that fucker. Changes here and it's gone, all right? The only way it happens is through fucking action. That's the goddamn truth. What this does is it gives you a massive upgrade to your processing state, right? In the hyper, how could you ever be in flow? The energy's already gone out. If you're not worried about all of that stuff, now you have more brain power. All right. So the transmission, the energy is then redirected into pattern recognition. Okay. I won't dare say this word. All right. Epinephrine flush. Right. So this chemical acts as a coolant for the brain. It sharpens the signal to noise ratio. Okay. It manually kills the caregiver internal dialogue by shifting the brain into survival execute mode. Thermal shock, right? Jump into a freezing pool. Boom. Wow, that reset my brain, right? So the next one, okay? Give a speech. Try to be word perfect. Write down bullet points and talking bumper stickers. Holy shit, it came out authentic and flowy. Oh my God, what happened? I didn't overload me with trying to be perfect in a performative state. I got to be authentic and real and bang! What was better? Transmission of real energy and concepts and everything that someone wants? Or stop retrieving info. Start expressing energy. You save massive amounts, okay, of energy. Just know what you're dealing with there, right? So that's why also, right, if someone's in that situation and they seized up, what's the tool? Well, you could use music. Did you know music or improv induction, right? So rhythm, melody, right? It forces the brain into an alpha theta state, right? So the reason why people will think it's magic when you're in a flow state is because you can defy odds, right? Artists, it doesn't matter what the fuck arena you're in. If you can do it, it's possible. You can react to their objections before they even finish the fucking sentence, okay? You can improv a solution that feels like it took hours of planning like this. You can see what others can't see with forever of something that's going on, right? So the tearing down of your life and whatever it is for you to grow, right? It's simply the removal of the old processing speed. Anybody got anything you want to say?
Have a good day.